introduce a 6 peso excise tax on diesel is wishful thinking, according to one House leader who sees a 3 peso hike as a more realistic target. But whatever the figure, Michelle Long tells us the transport group will fight for higher fares if additional tax is imposed on diesel.
House Deputy Speaker Miro Quimbo believes the Finance Department won't get the full 6 pesos excise tax it is proposing to impose on diesel. This is part of the tax reform package the agency submitted to Congress last year. It's also seen as one of the ways government can make up for losses it will incur once income taxes are cut.
The Department of Finance is asking for the moon and the stars, but they'll eventually settle for Antarctica. I have a feeling it's something like 3 pesos indexed to inflation.
This means the price of diesel will go up to 35 pesos per liter from 32. But even with a possible compromise, Transport Group Pasang Masta says it's still unacceptable.
Magpapail po kami, 10 piso na po. 10 piso po hihilingin namin dyan sa pamasahe.
Martin explains it's hard enough coping with rising fuel prices. Now, government still wants to burden them with new taxes.
Masyadong argabyado ng aming mga driver na ibaling na lamang pong itong isang tax doon sa ibang bagay. Huwag po sa presyong produkto. Tulad po na sigarilyo, alak, yung mga beer house na yan, yung mga club na yan, mga motel na yan, doon nila ilagay yan. Dahil yan kasalanan yung mga yan eh.
Despite the growing opposition, a group of former finance and NED officials threw its support behind the Duterte administration's tax reform package. The group says imposing additional taxes on oil will not only boost revenues but help address traffic and pollution problems. It also says raising oil excise taxes means government will stop subsidizing the consumption of the rich, adding about half of all petroleum consumption is from the top 10% of households. Diesel has not had excise taxes since at least the Arroyo presidency, as crude prices either went up or stayed high. Officials say with oil prices significantly lower, now may be a good time to impose the taxes. But for Quimbo, instead of imposing new taxes, government should boost its collection efforts.
Professionals, meaning lawyers like myself, accountants, engineers, doctors, 60% of them don't pay a single peso of tax. They don't pay even 1 peso of tax. They get away with it. The small entrepreneurs or businessmen, 70% of them don't pay a single peso of taxes.
He adds, while it's time to cancel some of the tax incentives granted to certain industries, the business process outsourcing or BPO industry should be able to continue enjoying tax perks.
You're looking at business process outsourcing. That's the biggest receiver of incentives today, but it is also the biggest source of GDP growth. Government's making an investment on that industry. It's betting on that industry. And I think it's an industry that's really paying off.
Aside from the BPO sector, Quimbo says the tourism industry should also be given tax incentives. Michelle Long, ABS-CBN News.